Cool. Okay, so now we got, as you're saying, CC versus Trash. This will be interesting. Two veterans from the last season, although obviously everybody knows the Trash name, but CC was around fairly consistently, even though they didn't place in the tournament.
They still were a very strong team, and they've only gotten better. They've been doing a lot of practicing together, and they've been very vocal on the discords about getting in a lot of scrimmages, getting in a lot of games. They've drastically improved, and I'm quite anxious to see how they're going to do this time. They scored 4 points last week, so only one game away from the maximum score of 6. They swept Rude last time, and then they tied versus that Lovites team. So we'll see if they've picked up enough to be able to take on the reigning champions and undefeated in the PPL, Trash.
Yeah, their team has remained largely the same as well. They are missing Awe, I think, who they used to have last season. But outside of that, Lava Cookie, Remni, Normal Knox have all been around super consistently as far as the core crew of the Cookie Cutters lineup.
It's definitely well experienced and good on teamwork. They won't have any double weekends happening over there, at least hopefully, as we get ready for these next set of games. I mean, the prediction goes to Trash for me, but I'm hoping that this is a super close one, and I'd love to see Cookie Cutters take a game. There are a ton of teams that are competing just to see who can take the first game off of Trash. Will we see it as early as week 2 this season? A lot of teams are stepping up their game and being way more prepared.
Yeah, I would hope so. I mean, it shouldn't be that big of a deal to just take a game off of Trash. What people should be going towards is taking the title from Trash. That's the goal I'd like to see more teams have for sure.
Absolutely. You guys, confidence in yourselves.
Yeah.
Come on.
But yeah, so Cutters versus Trash. There's only been 6 matches. Obviously, as Trash is undefeated, it's been pretty consistent as or obvious as to what the answers of those games were. So as far as what they usually played on,
I mean, Trash has their established favorites, and they're going to pick and ban the exact same way if you let them every time. So the question is really, how does Cookie Cutters adapt to this? Do they play their heart out with the same standard measures, or have they been working on some team compositions that might be a little bit off the wall but might defeat that standard composition? What do you think? Are we seeing the standard Cookie Cutters or specialty Cookie Cutters?
Well, traditionally they've been pretty spooked by Trash's Rask, and for pretty good reason. They do use it extremely effectively, but I'm fairly confident they can use Asana in much the same way. It's not actually a crippling ban. So I would like to see, again, I've been harping on this consistently, but I'd like to see Cookie Cutters play their own game, play to beat beat Trash, because Trash has looked at the pick and ban phase thousands of times. Like, they know exactly how to get what they want regardless as to how it shakes out. So trying to ban them out is not a winning strategy in my against Trash. So hopefully they won't just ban Rask just because he's a power pick. They'll actually be going into it with a plan. Right. Oh, and instead they banned out the Gray. That's a ban that I actually like against Trash, is banning out the Gray, especially on Flyway. No, they're doing Cloudspire this time around. Sorry, my mistake.
All right, it looks like they went ahead and completed their draft without us, so we're going to see the results right here.
Oh, it froze on my screen. I'm sorry.
As we have, a fully selected draft. They have Cloudspire, and Cookie Cutters has the Celeste and Lockwood and Asana and Aurora versus Trash is actually going with a Rask in front, but in the back they've got a Nyx on this very small map, so going to be able to hit almost anybody anywhere, and these traps going to be super effective. They've got a Finn and they've got a Gremolitions, able to really control the battlefield between these throws, these knockbacks, and all the traps they're able to put down already known to be a well-coordinated team, so Trash is definitely looking to get some of these combinations down in terms of traps and throws. Cookie Cutters with a little more standard composition. They've got the two strong, always able to deal damage firepowers, combined with that very defensive and still able to do damage frontline Asana. And then an Aurora in the backfield may be able to help people deal with all these movement effects on the other team. This is definitely a case where you probably want Unstoppable on Aurora.
Yeah, unlike that other matchup when there
Definitely.
was so few movements. Yeah, that was just 100% you're correct. the combo that Trash likes to do, with Finn tends to be the gray Finn combination. So again, I do like getting rid of the gray, but you can do a lot of the same things, a lot of similar things with Gremolitions and Nyx, as long as it and it's not as big cooldowns that they have to wait for. They don't have to wait for Gray's ultimate coming up to get that big combo. So
yeah, they can use that ahead of time. I have to admit, I really like that BAM. For those of you at home, in the Trash versus the Developers game, the big highlight of that game was an ultimate from Finn on top of an ultimate from Gray, which pulled multiple members of the enemy team through the walls of the Gray ultimate, dealing massive damage. And ever since then, teams have been scared of it. And I agree, it's a smart ban because it's something they like to play. So now they have to settle for lesser but more reliable damage. As we load into this match.
Nyx is relatively safe, considering. I mean, Gray's not around, and Titus isn't the super prioritized amongst these teams that have been around for a while. So lots of the main ways to be keeping vision on him was not in the game. So the Nyx pick makes sense a lot from Trash, but giving credit where credit's due, I do like the draft coming out from Cookie Cutters. So if these guys' records were similar, and I didn't know anything about either one of them, I would probably be liking Cookie Cutters in this instance.
Cookie Cutter is definitely traditional, although I love these knockback trap compositions when they're not just a one combo, when you can put mines everywhere, when you can put down Nyx traps anywhere and do a throw at any time from multiple members. That's really the key to these. It's not like a Helio combo where you have to avoid it once and then you're good for several turns. It's the threat of having them at any time that I just really love compositions like this, and we're going to see if it works out for them. As Cookie Cutters versus Trash starts out, we've got Cookie Cutters on the left side, Team Captain Lava Cookie, leading up Remny, Guinness, and their last member on here, Why Pretend. On the other side, you've got the Team Trash you know and love, and that is Cranor, Safil, Wololol, and our last member of Avaki down in the corner as people get set up for this next turn.
Yep, pretty standard start coming out from Trash. They like to do the 3-1 split, although Cookie Cutters are doing a bit of a battle line system, making sure they get as many eyes as possible, but a little bit more even. So that's interesting. I like Avaki's movement path in this as well.
We'll see as just buff stealing, healing going on. Lava Cookie actually throwing out the shield super early, expecting some damage, so that'll be down for a while. And gaining no energy from it, just expecting the enemy team to guess where they were or to trap them out. Instead, nothing thrown out as we get into now Cranor directly in the enemy's team face.
Yeah, Avaki's also right in the backline. He's going to be dishing out some damage. Gonna be pretty unpleasant surprise over for Cookie Cutters.
Nice positioning from Trash keeps Cranor body blocking almost everything that could come at their backline, while their backline still able to do a bit of damage. Trap coming out from Guinness, predicting the follows. Why Pretend trying the same thing, not knowing he's about to get shot as Cranor's bubble hits Lava Cookie. Wololol follows up with even more damage. Avaki takes the double shot with Pierce getting two people from the enemy team early on. Guinness is able to throw over the wall and hit Cranor, and Why Pretend piles on. The bubble will keep Cranor somewhat up, but the throw from Cranor, able to throw through the second mine, dealing both mines damage in a single turn. Unfortunately, the heal knocking Cranor backwards as well.
Yep, yeah, make sure it gets the weaken down on the Asana. That makes sense. Weaken mines coming in from Gremo is pretty standard. And now there might be a bit of a duel happening with Lockwood and Nyx down on the bottom side of the map. Be interesting to see exactly how this goes if Avaki manages to juke successfully, regularly on Nyx.
Craner diving past Remni should be able to avoid most damage this turn as Guinness tries for the shot but misses. Safil's going to see if they can't reach Remni, but didn't realize Remni did not go quite that far thanks to the smoke bombs of Guinness, as Wololol just tries to guess where the enemy team is, misses as well. Avaki takes a shot on Y Pretend. Y Pretend says, I know exactly where you are as well. It looks like Remni didn't quite... Oh, actually wasn't even predicting for the dash, was trying to get healing for Y Pretend and Lava Cookie. Avaki will pick up the health buff though.
He's going to be bounced around, continuing up this duel, but since Avaki manages to get health buff control, I expect him to be able to win this duel. And Gremo's just hanging out in the back line. He has extremely long range, so he's going to be able to still get rounds down range. But Celeste and Aurora are a little bit out of position. Granted, they do have eyes on Finn, so if they manage to keep him down, they might be able to get the lead.
Remni taking a nice shot, able to heal and do damage. Guinness focusing that support, who's already healing. This trash team loves to control the buffs, and you're seeing it right now, picking up both healings early on the map. Y Pretend takes some damage, although gets a little bit of healing. Lava Cookie 1v1 versus Craner will root Craner in place, so they aren't able to get hits next turn. But the slow comes down on Lava Cookie. I'm not sure they're getting out of ranges. Wololo takes a big shot at Y Pretend, bringing them down to just 11 health and trapping them in place. This has to be a dash out from Y Pretend.
Yeah, having both the having control of both the heal buffs over on chest, then will probably just be that small little advantage that they'll need, just without even considering outplaying Cutters. Cutters was looking pretty decent there for a bit, but now that Lockwood lost that race,
Turtle Tech coming out from Finn, believing he'll take at least 30 damage. It's so dangerous to dash when you've got a Nyx on the field as he predicts the dash away. We'll see if it happens. It looks like the eel bouncing around. Safil does take the damage, so Turtle Tech definitely worth it there. Wololo's going to try and finish off Y Pretend. Takes the direct shot, does get the hit down. Y Pretend did the second win, so managed to live and didn't dash through, so won't take the damage. Craner and Lava Cookie still stuck in a struggle in the corner with the support of Aurora. But look at Y Pretend's guts there. Not moving, knowing the trap's going to come out. Amazing.
That was ballsy. No matter how you cut it, it was a pretty ballsy play, and I think he might actually get rewarded for it. Might be able to stay alive, keep getting rounds in range. Aurora might be able to keep him alive. Interesting.
Big heal coming out on Y Pretend. He's still alive. Turtle Tech as well. Lava Cookie dashing over. Wants to keep the focus on Seville. Just not enough range to actually hit, so won't be able to chase this turn. Rask is now on the case. Definitely focusing the support on the corner. Safil gets a nice double hit, generating good energy and a little bit of damage, and not breaking the Turtle Tech. Wololo takes the shot on Y Pretend, finally breaking that Turtle Tech and putting some mines out. And trying to go with Y Pretend, they collide, and Wololo stuck out in front of Y Pretend.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that Asana was like one hair away from landing that damage over on Safil, because that would have been helpful, obviously.
A little extra damage. Still at range to hit, though, so not missing too much movement from that ability.
Yeah, that's true. So the Lockwood staying alive is still getting rounds in range. They still have to start investing to make sure he goes down.
Nice
heal
from
from That second one was good play.
Grabbing two people. The Turtle Tech from Wololo comes out. Guinness is going to try for a trap, as so does Y Pretend, trying to predict the movement of the enemy team. A nice early ultimate from Craner splits all over Remni and will be able to reset all these cooldowns. Some shots from the back. Nyx staying ultra safe. The focus is Wololo. They're accurately predicting this and throwing the Turtle Techs down at the exact right time. Lava Cookie takes a shot on the Safil as Y Pretend actually sprays and prays over in the corner. Even though he doesn't have super short range, Wololol will be able to go ahead and lay mines down around him and start focusing Remni a little bit. But Y-Pretend's actually pretty healthy after what he's been before. They lock Remni into the goo, and Remni's in a bit of trouble here.
I would have preferred, I think, just a primary hit from Lockwood, but I understand just building up the energy. I get where it's coming from. Totally get it. But with the direction that Avaki, that Nyx and Gremo and Finn all had gone down towards that health buff, they have control over it again. And so if they consistently get all these health buffs, they'll probably be able to take it.
Nice trap Vix. The dash from Y-Pretend, able to do significant damage there and set up for later, although Y-Pretend does have ultimate. Guinness with their ultimate as well takes down, does damage to Safil, and Crano almost takes him down, combined with the trap that they did not expect to be there. So Safil getting a taste of Trash's own medicine with these well-predicted traps from Celeste on Guinness.
Yeah, Lava did not move in that particular time. Lots of frontliners seem to not like moving all the time, but they are divvying up their damage enough that they're not getting juked too much by Trash. Like, it's actually pretty interesting that they're staying relatively toe to toe. Like, granted, they're always hovering around death, but they haven't gone blown out. Not quite yet.
And it's Safil in real trouble now, despite the bubble coming out. The dash through from Guinness will try and hit Wololol as well. Wololol dashes out. Avaki gonna shoot an ultimate at Lava Cookie for the extra damage, and just in case Guinness didn't dash out. Y-Pretend trying to take the shot on Wololol and maybe catch Safil in the back. Doesn't get it. Kranor is going to throw Lava Cookie to keep them out of the fight, forcing them to almost use the ultimate or face the wrath of Rask.
Yeah, I'm not even sure exactly what Cookie is planning to do, although Y-Pretend on that Lockwood, like, very brave on some of the plays that he's doing, staying out in the open relatively often and just doing things, just barely out-calculating the amount of damage Trash wants to put in to kill him.
Lava Cookie goes over to heal Remni and do a little extra damage to Wololol. Krano's going to jump back to that corner, though, so stay engaged. Y-Pretend tried to ult in, but didn't really get much out of it, as there were dashes out of this. Wololol gets the ultimate right before he goes down.
Going out with a bang.
Guinness trying to block some line of sight. Avaki taking the shot, but not quite predicting exactly where the enemy team was going to go. There's the finishing off shot, and Cookie Cutters actually takes an early lead.
Yeah, this is consistent with the way that Trash goes quite often, though. Like to be completely fair to Trash, they often lose their first kill. But I am, like, credit where credit's due. Cookie's been doing work. Quite frankly, they might be able to pull this out, but they, after the first set of respawns, if they manage to get the first kill on the second go-around,
Hiding in plain
first win, maybe?
Guinness throwing out the trap and doing a big double on Safil combined with Y-Pretend. I don't see how he's going to survive this. Lava Cookie trying to root Kranor. That'll be some focus over there, although Avaki does take down Y-Pretend. A big hit from Kranor hits 3 people. Might be enough to keep down the health of Lockwood. We'll see. It does, even with the healing. Lockwood not able to stay alive, although healing most of the team. That ultimate definitely helped them a lot. Safil's ultimate comes out, and yes, that'll keep Remni and Lava Cookie alive, though they are next to Rask.
Oh, they brought you back too.
Okay, now it's looking rough. We saw earlier that Avaki has the Pierce mod over for Nyx, so this will probably be enough damage to at least get the Aurora. Asana might be a bit of a different story. Asana does have dash up anyhow, so could get out of dodge, but again, it's this is the turnaround now. This is where Trash tends to shine.
Here comes the dash out for Lava Cookie. Kranor manages to escape as well. Didn't want to take the death since they are behind in a 2-1 fight. Avaki evens it up 2-2 right now, and they're managing to stay alive. Wololol, though, jumping directly in towards the enemy team, wants to focus Lava Cookie, but may take a little too much damage in return. We'll find out.
Yeah, that was... like, I completely forgot that their might was on Nyx. Nyx is just controlling that center of the map since the fight is consistently staying on the side over here. So, Nyx hitting for 42 a pop is gonna hurt. Yeah.
Cranar with the healing from both the support and himself goes up to a relatively healthy lifestyle. The trap from Nyx just trying to catch anybody that crosses through this line. Wololo's going to go ahead and throw the mines, not only hitting Guinness, but I think he has a big bang locked in to push people through the mines as well. Shot from Y Pretend, though, going to punish this positioning as Lava Cookie gets pushed close. Wololo going to half health, but managing to find the kill, bringing it to a 3-2 game, and now it is Trash that is up by a kill in turn 15.
Yeah, I'm just... Cookie Cutters is refusing to have control over these health buffs. Lockwood is right next to it. Granted, he's at full, but he just let Cranar run in on the Rask and take it. Like, just full on sprinted and locked in the position to steal that health.
Well, in multiple interviews, Trash have said controlling the health buff is very important to them, and they're showing it here. With Guinness and Remni putting down massive damage onto Wololo, he's going to need to find that other buff extremely soon or die. Avaki taking free shots when they can for 42 damage. Mighted nicked, nothing to mess with. Guinness completing the trap circle as Y Pretend takes shots at Cranar, but Guinness going to have a tough time running through those, but forced to anyways. This combination keeping Guinness out of range for shots and dealing extra damage and weakened by pushing them through the mines, really paying off for Team Trash.
Yeah, this is rough. So, as you said, health control. Grandma's going to be able to get that, stay alive, and Cranar's got his ultimate. He's got his dash up. Can expect some big AoE coming in over on the little pair grouping on the right hand side near the spawn.
Oh, don't you just love the mystery?
Trap coming out from Guinness as well as Remni shielding and putting Unstoppable on their team.
There's no
Afraid of the big bang coming in. They're trying to throw smoke bombs, won't be able to find the enemy team, and Cranar takes some damage on both of them with that dash. Shots from Safil as well, able to deal just a little bit more. Y tries to spray and get multiple people on the enemy team. The Unstoppable does come in handy as Avaki takes a wide shot, but Cranar actually has the ultimate as well. Takes down another kill, bringing the game to 4-2, and Remni's now stuck in the middle of multiple people on the enemy team, all alone.
Yeah, Remni's in trouble, but on the other end of the spectrum, Nyx also is. He's got revealed. Even though he's stealthing in the middle of the map, he expected that he wouldn't be seen, but he got revealed from the spray and pray from Lockwood. So that can cause a bit of issues. But yeah, Remni's in
Remni gonna go ahead and heal themselves, has to make sure them die because a Nyx death just makes the game closer, and a Remni death will indeed end the game here. Wololo gonna try and make sure that happens by blocking off any escape path. Safil is going to spray. Y Pretend missing off the shot as Avaki just tries to escape. Cranar's going to throw Remni through both mines. What prediction, what teamwork. And Remni still caught out at low health without their big heal. Avaki with ultimate.
Yeah. So unless, does he have it up? Nope. Remni's burnt everything. This will be it for Trash. They are not a team to let any opportunity go to waste. They're not going to risk it. They're not going to try to extend it out. Just ults coming in, damage coming in from everywhere. Aurora's done.
My body rebels. I cannot face.
Look at all these taunts coming out from Rask. He cannot be stopped as his body rebuilds. Diving in, getting every last bit of damage on Remni they can this turn. Remni's going to do a self-heal and a little bit of damage to support, but it's not going to be enough as Wololo hits as well, bringing them down to 5. And then is this going to be massive overkill?
Yep.
It is. They are making sure that this game ends right here, right now, as Remni goes extremely negative in the health, taking the death. Trash wins this one, 5-2.
Maybe I was overly optimistic. What can I say?
It started out strong.
What did we win?
It started out strong for Cookie Cutters. They were looking good. And they even managed to, I'd say, if you want to steal something away from Trash, Celeste is a good move there. Because not only are they very strong on that, very strong trap prediction, just an excellent Celeste play over there, but it also helps them do their mindset of control these buffs, which is really the narrative of this game. And if the other team's able to lock the buffs away from you, despite you having a Celeste on your team, that's really showing they just have ultimate control of the map. And that's what you need to break. You need to go ahead and say, if I have Celeste, I should be able to grab some of these health. I should be able to get some of these might away from the enemy team and generate
Yeah.
that board advantage. Because you start out even. You have 4, they have 4. The difference is who grabs the most buffs and who outpositions and outplays.
It's completely accurate. It's a bit unfortunate because Nyx was just running around grabbing all the might buffs, just sniping away. Was never in any danger until the end there. I mean, 99 damage received, not even in the triple digits. That's punishing right there. And then the consistent health control again. Just trash exerting dominance as they usually do.
I like a lot of players play there. I like the combinations. Wololo's mines were on point. Kranor was able to throw people into all these traps exactly when needed. I love, though, at the beginning, I got to highlight again that why pretend play to accurately predict exactly what the enemy team was going to do. Second wind for exactly the health needed when they could have easily died and wasted that second wind. And just turn after turn, dodging the damage needed. That was some bold play that I managed to work out at the beginning for why pretend.
Yeah, that was pretty. It was dicey. It was
It
bold
was.
and it worked out, but ultimately they didn't walk away with the win. So it's only so much praise you can give to them, right?
Right.
Not to be results oriented or anything, but this is the uphill one though. Trash loves Flyaway. It's no secret. They especially like it when they get to pick sides and they're over in the bunker area. This this match can be brutal depending on how things work out. Yeah. Okay. So, am I missing it again? Is it frozen? Picks and bans frozen for me?
It just reset for me, and teams are getting ready. So, I think you can tell them when we're ready, and we can start.
Sure.
And hopefully this time we'll be able to watch it with them.
Yeah, no kidding. For people who are unaware, Remni, I believe it is, really likes champions like Rampart. Granted, they don't play it a whole heck of a lot because he's not super viable. This Tuesday may change things a bit, but maybe if after they've lost the first one, using all the advantages they thought they had, they might just go back to their comfort, the stuff that they enjoy playing. Throw it all out there and hope for the best. Who knows?
Some balance changes will be coming up, so keep an eye on those. I believe Tuesday they're going to announce a few of those, and we'll keep an anxious eye to how the league adapts. And again, while we start this ban on Flyway, no surprise, while we start this on Flyway, no surprise on the first set of bans. Do remember to go ahead and don't forget to check out the guides that these teams write on prepphase.com. You can check out who's on what team and when they're playing to watch your favorite schedule. And don't forget to not only like or subscribe to this Twitch, follow this Twitch, but also these games will be on YouTube as well. So if you go to YouTube, search for Prep Phase, you'll see all the games. You can subscribe to that to see every PPL game ever and watch your favorite teams or scout the other teams, whatever you want. Check those out at some point.
So we're seeing a similar setup so far. Cookie Cutters as the away team banning out Gray and first picking Celeste, with Trash again doing the standard things they like to do, banning out Helio, picking up Lockwood and Rask. All makes sense. Again, I like the Gray, especially on Flyway. Since I'm not mistaken this time, it is on Flyway, not Cloudspire. So I like getting rid of that. Interesting that they decided to take Nyx. Not surprising though, because Cookie Cutters has run Nyx more than a few times, and taking it away from Trash after what happened last game. Not surprising at all.
Especially on
Completely on board
Flyway with these wide open spaces. A solid spot to pick up Nyx so you can always consistently deal damage.
Exactly.
So it looks like Trash is going to take the same composition, really, and just replace their Nyx with their Lockwood. They are very comfortable in a lot of champions, so they're going to say,
Yep.
okay, take one out. We've got a whole list of exactly what we want to replace it with. Cookie Cutter's going with that Asana Aurora as Celeste as well, and just picking up Nyx this time. We'll see if the bigger map can make a difference as we get ready to go into the second game of Trash versus Cookie Cutters. Trash did take game 1. Cookie Cutters looking to steal away game 2, make a name for themselves this week. They had a solid week 1, and they're really looking forward to earning some points this coming match right here, as well as they do have matches later today as well. As mentioned in the last interview, they will play Fun, I do believe, a little later on.
Was it Fun? Yep, that's right. It'll be... Oh. Right. So, what are you liking for this comps? Again, let's ignore history and only look at how the match has been shaken out. What are you liking about these comps?
I mean,
do you
Gremolitions
feel?
is fantastic on Flyaway Freighter, but so is Nyx as well. There's more buffs to steal, so Celeste might not be able to grab them all, but on the other hand, she has a big advantage in that there's so many, there's always going to be some up for her. I like Rask a little bit better than Asana on this map, simply because there's not those corners to dash around. Rask is always going to get the straight shots he needs, and is rarely going to have his splort blocked, his ultimate there, the Rage Juice, be able to be blocked. So I do like Rask a little bit better there, and I like the wide AoEs of Finn on this one. So I'm going to have to give a slight edge to the Finn Rask composition on Flyway, with all the other things balancing out.
Right. Yeah, I completely understand that mindset. It's still just, even though I asked the question, and this might be a cop out, but it's always hard to look at any composition or any matchup that has trash in it and just ignore it and not be like, oh yeah, it's trash. They're gonna win.
Yeah. Well,
So.
I mean, also, it really comes down to the players in the end. You can analyze the teams as much as you want, but in the end, the best team comp in the world will lose to the worst team comp if the players play out of their minds. And just, I mean, it is a tactics game. It is definitely all 100% about your choices. So once again, we have Cookie Cutters in blue. We have Trash in red. Trash not electing to go for a big 3-1, instead grouping up mainly in the mid to the center. Cookie Cutters staying tight on one side. We'll try and keep everybody in frame for you as we go into the second turn of game 2.
Yep, so double bubble going in for Rask, potentially. You're right, though. This is not how they actually line up regularly. Usually they like to hang out in that cover area up at the top end of the map towards where Cookie Cutters is going. But this time around, Trash is making the far loop. Interesting choice.
Yep, just some prep shots, buff stealing, healing coming out. You're absolutely right. Generally speaking, Gremolitions prefers that top tunnel up there, but often they prefer it when they're on the other side as well. So I think they know the other team expects that, and they're playing the double bluff game of not going there since it is strong for them. We'll see how it turns out in a few turns, as I believe Remni and Wololo see each other, so now we have the first hint of conflict coming up.
Yeah, so I wouldn't expect a dash here because he doesn't know that the entire team is there and could cause a lot of disruption. It's a little bit safer, a bit more conservative play to just wait out till he actually has eyes on multiple people.
Nyx Trap, though, does predict that dash since they are grouped, and it would be devastating. Won't find the hit there. Avaki just going to go ahead and mine up defensively, preventing the run-through. Guinness will get a mighted double hit on Wololo, breaking immediately through that bubble as they try and throw Remni, but Remni wisely put Unstoppable on themselves. So now Wololo's going to be out of range of anybody without dashing through that trap.
Yeah, that's it's pretty solid. Managed to make sure that there's no sketchy grouping as well over on Cookie Cutter's side, because the AoE damage the grouping can get punished a lot by Rask, especially this Rask, as well as the Lockwood Spring Prey.
Lava Cookie throwing up that shield just in case they take direct damage this turn. Healing coming out from Wololo just to make sure they're topped off, but instantly Remedy negates that with their Ion Cloud. Lava Cookie predicted a dash of some sort, didn't quite find it. It looks like more traps just coming out as they're not able to get Gremolitions as close as they'd like to be able to deal direct damage. This may be a different tune, although he's still pretty far. Kranor and Safil moving up to be able to assist.
Yeah, I didn't really like that shield from Asana. I mean, granted, she was expecting just random damage coming out because they had eyes on her, but they only had eyes on Rask, so it's probably a little bit premature, and will likely get punished for it in the next tournament.
Wolo punishes the only person he can see, but takes damage from both Y Pretend and from Lava Cookie here as Avaki tries to get some mines down, not able to find anybody. Again, a slow start to this one as both teams playing very defensively. Nobody wants to get caught in a super bad position, but this may be the start of it as Wololo goes in the back, finds Guinness and Lava Cookie. Avaki's in position. Kranor and Safil both know where Y Pretend is and looking for some intense damage.
Yeah, Wooly is exactly where he wants to be on the Rask, able to hit multiple people, and Nyx, not at all where he wants to be. He can very easily get healed, and he won't be able to use his stealth for a little while, even if he does range use.
Y Pretend taking a direct shot at Safil, not piercing through.
You're
They're gonna.
in for a shock.
They're not revealing with the
there's
Kranor
Eel.
wide shot because they're just putting an eel directly on Y Pretend. Will be able to chase him down. Kranor gonna go ahead and get rooted by Lava Cookie, so it's stuck in that wide open position. Guinness as well taking shots on Wololo, who just takes it as he takes the swipe on both of them. Avaki able to hit both Lava Cookie and Guinness. This is the start of that artillery damage. Avaki way in the back in a solid position. Rask still next to 2 of the enemy team.
Yeah, so there's a fair bit of AoE damage potential coming in from Trash because this Rask is successfully messing up the back line with the help of Gremo, while in the bottom end, both Finn and Lockwood have their AoEs up as well.
Saving this one.
Safil Turtle takes, as does Y Pretend. Wololo's gonna dash in to try and get damage on Remedy since they don't know exactly where they are as Guinness dashes out.
Ready?
Avaki does know exactly where they are, well, was trying to predict where they were. Unfortunately, doesn't hit Guinness at all. Safil takes a nice double shot on Y Pretend and Lava Cookie. So does Kranor with his nice spray and pay, revealing both of them, bringing them extremely low. Despite it only being a firepower and support, they have a health advantage. Not for long, though, as Kranor takes damage from 3 different people that turn, even Remedy focusing on Kranor. So Wololo does get a little bit on Remedy, but it is Kranor who's in big trouble right now.
Yeah, I did. I actually like that the Remedy focusing over onto Lockwood instead of panicking about Rask. There's a lot of people that they get so worried about a frontliner being all up in their business, they don't have proper fire discipline, and it punishes them a lot. So I like that play actually from CC. It was a good shot call.
I concur. Lava Cookie getting healed up very well, hoping to push Kranor out of the way. Won't have him. The swing will miss.
This'll get your blood
Safil
boiling.
tries to see if they can hit Y Pretend maybe, but unable to hit anybody there. It does look like Guinness finds Avaki, as Avaki's going to find Guinness right back, using the Big Bang to split them through that damage. Rask's goo is just another trap that really they can use that Big Bang to push people through as they set up for turn number 9.
Yeah, this was good movement for Lava Cookie. I'm liking her positioning. I gave her a hard time a little bit from staying still once or twice over on the Cloud Spire, but she's making some good predictions, making sure that where she positions herself is actually extremely useful.
Fortunately, the bubble's back up for Kranor. That'll keep him alive for a turn or 2 longer. Might not need to dash out just yet. Gonna instead throw the trap and walk through it, hoping to bait the tank through it. Guinness just picking up buffs instead of focusing Avaki, who is in cover. Avaki's gonna take a double hit instead, focusing on the damage. Y Pretend squaring off against Rask usually doesn't end well, as Remedy takes a shot onto both healing Kranor and hitting Kranor and healing Lava Cookie. The slices getting through that bubble as Wololo locks Y Pretend in a corner. No escape for you, Nyx.
I actually really like that. Excuse me, that Celeste is actually still in buffs this time. managed to successfully take the healing away from Gremlicians, as well as get prepped with the might from the mid lane. So it was well done. A rare case of miscommunication as well, though, over on Trash,
What you
because
can't
the
see
slow
will
prevented
hurt you.
Asana from actually going into the trap.
Face in the hole.
Lava Cookie gonna dash out of this one, not wanting to take damage. So the ultimate from Guinness finds nobody, as it is a double dash. That's a big loss from them. Let's see if instead Nyx can find a shot. Nyx doesn't either, as Wololol gets out of the way. And this is very unfortunate position of Wololol for Nyx, as he finds the spot he wants to move to is blocked, and he has to be sweating bullets knowing exactly what that means.
Yeah, that's rough.
2 ultimates missed, and Nyx running directly into Rask. What could go worse?
And only for dashes. They didn't even burn flashes. They burned the dashes to get out of them. Good predicts from Trash. Yeah, it's going to be hard to come back from that. And good credit then.
They are going to focus down Seville, as 3 members of the team can hit it. So once again, when they can take the kind of focus they do, Avaki's going to try and find some damage, but doesn't see Guinness, and not able to focus him. Seville just returning a little bit of damage, and Kranor is going to focus Lava Cookie as well, just doing a little bit more to keep that front liner out. Wololol running straight to Lava Cookie is... So they really were doing some focus there, but now Seville is actually in a bit of trouble, and maybe the first death of the game.
Sephiel's, yeah, as well as Lava Cookie. I've noticed, I think I get the pattern now as far as how Lava Cookie moves. She does not like to move when she for sure has her ult up the following turn, because that's what happened this time around as well.
Alright, so it looks like using that ultimate out, Remni is going to heal up Guinness to top them off there. Y Pretend's just blocking any movement coming out, and the heal will do some work. Damage coming in, shielding Y Pretend. Safil going down for that one, as Kranor actually takes damage as well. Nice ultimate over by Lava Cookie. Avaki throws the ultimate out, though. Will catch Guinness, nobody else there, as that was an ultimate out by Lava Cookie. Some nice damage from Celeste as she throws bombs over the edge. The ultimate pulling Guinness in. Unfortunately, Finn goes down before he can trigger any sort of traps. Let's see if Rask actually stops just short of the trap as well.
So this cuts off Kranor's potential ultimate a lot, because of that Nyx trap that went last turn. He can't just run up and hit go straight up and try to get protection from Rask. He's for sure going side to side, so this prediction can potentially make a big deal in his game.
Focused on Remni and Guinness. Unfortunately, Guinness dashed away, so not able to hit, as the other choice was Lava Cookie there. Instead, the eel going to bounce over to Lava Cookie. Y Pretend trying to get the slow, but no, the ultimate out makes him safe for another turn. Avaki just throwing mines out, but not finding a lot of damage this game, staying very far back. A double heal from Remni on the ultimate keeps their team topped up pretty well, although Remni is now in direct line of fire from this Lockwood and from, well, maybe Wololol. We'll see.
Yeah, this is a bit curious. It's hard to say. I don't know exactly how Kranor likes to play on an individual level, but usually in this particular case, I would expect a Lockwood dash. Maybe he's just going to want to get the damage down, and when he respawns, try to get the win off the damage. But oh no, the dash is coming out instead.
Dash from him, as well as I believe Flash in the back. Lava Cookie gonna root down Wololol. Guinness taking the shots as well, but not able to find him due to the dash. Shafil trying to spray, expecting somebody to be in the way. A throw on Lava Cookie combined with a knockback, but Y Pretend did Catalyst out of there, so doesn't take any of that knockback and will stay unknown to the enemy team.
Wow. If this... Okay. This is actually super stressful because it's looking like if Cookies doesn't get overly excited, they potentially could take it, especially if they manage to isolate this Lockwood and just bail. They might be able to take the first one, and this is actually the most optimistic I've ever been.
A trap and a damage does good damage to, or in a shot from Y Pretend does good damage to Wololol. Safil still not finding anybody. Avaki still not finding anybody. That's several turns of damage where they've just been trying to predict or find people and have not been able to. Guinness picking up some buffs. Well, other than that, just movement. Lava Cookie does run over some of those mines and gets weakened.
Stay focused.
Woololo not quite finding Why Pretend, as Why Pretend is stealthed. So, unfortunately, not able to do that. Remni is the only one line of sight on Cranor and vice versa.
Oh, yeah. This, I'm not completely sure I like the Celeste positioning. I understand why it happened. Went up there to try to cut off the Lockwood, but yeah, it's bad go this time.
Why Pretend predicting the dash will do good damage to Wololol despite taking damage themselves. Does manage to completely avoid the ultimate, just barely on multiple levels. Cranor gonna go ahead and shield up as well as take the shot on Remni to keep themselves pretty high. Avaki's going to go ahead and prep for where they think Guinness might go or might be. And Safil thinks somebody's there too, but no. Together, the two of them have not been able to find anybody for at least 3 turns in a row. That's a lot of missed damage.
They did see Guinness go in there, but she flashed out.
Gotcha.
This round. Yeah. But man, it's tricky. They're still chasing down this Lockwood, and Lockwood's obviously going to be going towards that health at the bottom. I would like to see just a sprint coming in from a side to go and block it off. Can't guarantee that's what we'll see, though.
There comes a dash from Lava Cookie to actually position themselves right next to the heal in case somebody sprints to it. Here comes the dash to finish off Why Pretend, bringing it to a 1-1 game. Will they be able to steal this back, as now Safil finds an eel on Guinness. Avaki finds damage as well. Guinness trying to return the favor. Safil's super healthy at this point.
Yeah, no, there it is. The
3 turns remaining.
Standard trash doing trash things this time around. Now that they tied it up, I think they can make it the actual win.
We'll see, as they only have 2 turns left. It's turn 18, so this turn and 2 more left to try and take the lead. Otherwise, we may see overtime or even a cookie cutters win if they manage to find this Lockwood or damage on Wololol. But the shield comes out. Safil actually able to reach Wololol from almost across the map. Combined with a Turtle Tech, this means this shield will be up next turn as well. I'm sure healing even to super keep them alive. Guinness made unstoppable with this ultimate, throwing a trap down on Safil. Just regular shots on Wololo won't break that shield. Cranor taking a shot on Lava Cookie and hitting return damage as well. Avaki's going to go ahead and throw down those mines, and now it is Celeste who's taking a lot of damage. Wololo gets the throw, but the unstoppable means that they won't be put in a bad spot, and Trash may be caught a little out of position as they were expecting Guinness to be thrown backwards.
Yeah, this maybe they burst down Rask here if they can get him. If they switch targets over away from Lockwood, if they get the win here or if they get the kill here, then Aurora can, as long as she survives this turn as well, can just dash out, and then that'll be that. That's wow, this is actually tight, like legitimately extremely tight.
Some damage is going in on the back. Here comes the taunted Ion that may be able to focus down Wololol. They did get plenty of healing. Some swipes on Lava Cookie going down. The return, though, Guinness not mighty, so only doing 50 damage. Rask will live for this turn, but how much longer can he hold on? Brain juice is coming out all over the place as these teams reposition to see if they can't find a final kill on the final turn. Guinness super low, but with dash up. Wololo with nothing.
I thought Asana was going to root him into the box, and they would have it. I think they would have had the game if they had just rooted him into the box. But as it stands now, it's hard to say. Hopefully, yeah, we'll see.
Safil gets a healing, bringing Wololo just up to 44 health. Lava Cookie Turtle Tech's away. Why Pretend trying to predict something going on, but Avaki's going to dash out, as is Guinness. And Guinness picks up some healing from that Iron Clown. Lava Cookie still healing up and goes pretty high themselves. The slice from Lava Cookie bringing Wololo really low. Will they go down as Avaki splorts out to try and find some damage on maybe a careless enemy team member? They don't actually find the kill on Wololo this time.
Wow!
He's got the ultimate up, but only 23 health.
that's... Oh my goodness. Yeah, if they rooted, I'm pretty sure the root was up, and if they rooted, they would have had it
Well,
here.
this isn't over yet. Nyx has ultimate.
Oh, that's true.
Pop goes my bubble.
Can they find him? Do they know exactly where he is this turn? As Sophia throws the shield out
Oh
on
my
Bubble,
goodness.
they're going to try and find a kill this turn to make up for if they find a death. It looks like some healing and definitely a shield going down on Guinness to try and prevent this death. Kranor's going to go in deep,
no.
bringing Remni pretty low. Wololol ultimate goes off. All these cooldowns will be reset if they manage to live this turn. Trying to predict the dash. Doesn't find anybody coming in, but Wide Pretend comes in for the back. Misses! He doesn't hit with the ultimate. That means that they will live yet another turn. The bubble pops, bringing Remni even lower. Guinness even lower. Avaki's going to take his shots. The big one finds the kill in the corner. They go down. Trash sneaks out a win in turn 21 in the closest match that could possibly happen. Squares either way. Little bits of damage. I think that was a kill by 3 damage at the end. Anything different. But Trash managed to stay undefeated by just that tiny little bit.
I think I'm going to need you to continue because I'm just stuck on not rooting there. I'm
The root would have...
99% sure the root was up, and it would have sealed the game. And it just, it hurts. It hurts to have seen it. It was so close. So close.
Well, showing why they're rocking those tournament champion banners with all the different colors, electing to be individual with the same background. But look at that. I mean, you had to be proud. If you're... that was a great win by Trash. Obviously, close at the end. You have to be so proud of your play as Cookie Cutters. Maybe you missed one play, a call on it. You still did damage, but I mean, that was a heck of a round of Atlas Reactor. We see some good damages, and just showing you that the higher level you play at, the less, I mean, both sides mostly under 300 damage as a team, because you can focus fire, you can stay safe, you don't need those 700 damage numbers to find the wins and find the kills if you're both playing at an extremely high level.
Yeah, 2-1. The end score after 21 turns. No words. I'm not comfortable doing this MVP thing because there's so much marked improvement from the Celeste pick. For example, the denying of the health consistently was one of the factors that was leading them to have all these people low, the Lockwood low, and have the Rask ended up being low as well. But just, oh man, if Nixon made that shot at the end, it'd still be tied. Or if, I can't even form words properly. It's
we'll see.
Distressing.
We're gonna get somebody in here for an interview soon, and we're gonna see, I believe, from Trash, and see what they thought about that final turn and this game. If they realized that they were really on the brink from losing it a turn before, and exactly what was happening over in that corner as well, where they just had several turns of both Finn and Gremlicians not able to find any damage.
Yeah, that was a big deal. Like the jukes that were coming in, and that one knockback was trying to get Nyx, and Nyx successfully dodged out. Right, never mind. I was gonna say that Trash was a little bit not on their game at a certain point because Cookie Cutters was actually going toe to toe with them for so long, but it's so close, close yet so far, right?
Trash just continuing to be undefeated right here. But man, Cookie Cutters are looking good. They are a team to beat this season. That was some very solid play there. Like I said, they'll have another play this round, and I've got to think Fun has their work cut out for them when they play Cookie Cutters, because this is a team, man. So Fun, good luck out there, but Cookie Cutters looking good. Whew.
We are doing Trash and who was it? Trash and 2OP in the next go. So maybe we're not getting an interview this go around. Usually they're pretty on top of that if we are getting one. So
I'm sorry?
I'm just saying that maybe there's no interview this time around.
No,
Thinking
there
out
will be.
loud, maybe. Yeah.
Sure. Oh,
All right, Cranor, welcome.
Greetings.
So that last game, you guys, I mean, you have to be super happy to stay undefeated so far, but man, that last game was a close one. Were you guys sweating bullets at the end of that?
Yeah, totally. I mean, a lot of things went wrong in that game for us.
Yeah, I noticed there
Oh,
were
yeah?
several turns in the back. Now, what was going through you guys' mind? First of all, we'll walk through parts of the game, but there was several turns where both Finn and Gremlicians were just not able to find damage in the back. Was that guessing? Did you think people were where they weren't, or what was going on in that situation?
I'll be truly honest, I have no clue what you're talking about because I was busy living.
Gotcha. All right. Yep, that was definitely such a clutch ending. I think a route there into the ion cloud we were discussing might have actually ended the game in favor of Cookie Cutters, where you guys managed to pull it out at the end.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I
what's
was just gonna say what he's referring to in particular is when they switched targets from chasing you and they went out onto the Rask
Yeah.
on turn 20 or whatever.
Hmm.
Pretty confident. I may have misread the HUD there, but I'm pretty sure Asana's lockdown was up, and if they just rooted Rask
Yes,
there, they
we
could
did
end the
actually
game.
expect the lockdown there, but yes, he would have been stuck there, but we would have also picked up Aurora there following up, so it would have stalled the game.
Gotcha.
I think we would have actually had a good position there because after that, also Celeste would have had no escapes whatsoever, and she was still there with low HP.
And then Nick's being just a few squares short. So early on, you guys always seem to give up the first kill but come back. Is there a specific reason for that? Are you guys specifically holding things for later?
I think that might just be a general flaw that we really don't intend to happen, but our overall gameplay makes up for that.
Right. So going into these, do you guys have anything specific into these matches going forward? Are you guys still going to go just by the book? I know you love this by the book drafting. Are there specific things that you want to see maybe now specifically developed to other teams? In terms of exactly what they're... So, for example, if you have you're going to want to play this against Cookie Cutters or that against, 2OP, etc.
I do not think so, actually, no.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, we noticed... Go ahead.
I was just gonna say in that same line of thinking, how do you think 2OP is gonna do against you in the next go?
Well, I mean, you sit and hide. Yeah, that's a great strategy. Go for it. Whatever. They can feel free to try.
Yep, you guys definitely good at finding people. I especially like, too, the first round team composition with the traps and throws and all sorts of movement effects seem to be especially strong with you guys. Do you guys actually are those more opportunistic, or do you have plans? We're going to move here this turn and set up a knockback throw next turn.
We usually just go for the best move that's currently going on a turn. We do look ahead a little bit, but it's not something we 100% go for because a lot of things can happen during a turn because we can't really plan for what someone else might be doing, even if we knock them back,
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Have you been watching some of the other teams' games, too? Or are you going into these blind?
We do regularly watch games, but although we usually drop them pretty quickly. Yeah, partially yes, but no.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Well, do you have any advice for other teams that are looking to fight you? Any words of challenge for them coming up?
Oh my god, this is when I want to say get good, but no. Yeah, no. I really have nothing. Good luck, I suppose.
All right. Any other questions from you, Siege?
No, it's same old trash, doing trash things.
All right. Anything else you would like to mention in terms of, something you want to mention about your character, play style, maybe the team, the league at all, or just something the viewers would like to hear?
The Prep First League is very enjoyable, and I'm very happy that they are doing this.
We did not
Cool.
tell him to say that. That is not a sponsored comment, but thank you very
Yeah.
much. We do enjoy that. All right.
Thanks for creating.
Yeah, thanks for being with us. We look forward to your next match.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, thank you guys.
All right. So as mentioned, we'll be moving forward to